Chapter 51 Tang San has been abused. Yu Xiaogan's face turned ashen, as if he was eating food. You are listening at novelful.audio. Afraid that Huo Feng didn't understand what he meant, Yu Xiaogang continued. After Tang San graduated from Notting Junior Soul Master Academy, I once recommended him to come to Shrek Academy for higher-level studies. But after arriving at Shrek Academy today, I discovered that he is not in the academy. As classmates and friends, you have the same route, so I asked you if you have seen him recently. Yu Xiaogan's voice was very stiff, not like he was asking for help from others. Moreover, his description of Tang San was also very vague. It didn't say that Tang San failed the Shrek Academy entrance exam, it's just that he might come to Shrek Academy on his own recommendation. There is even a hint of top-down, inexplicable sense of superiority. Huo Feng sneered in his heart. Are you just pretending to be crazy here? He really didn't know where Yu Xiaogang got the face and courage to pretend like this. As everyone knows, Huo Feng doesn't know much about Tang San's situation. He had a conflict with Dai Mubai at the Rose Hotel and was almost beaten to death. Later, when he took the Shrek Academy entrance exam, he witnessed Tang San being rejected throughout the entire process. Even the scene later when he wanted to refund the registration fee but was scared away by Dai Mubai is still vivid in his mind. As for the last time we met, it was in the Soto Spirit Arena. Tang San met Xiao Wu in his first battle, then he was severely beaten. Yu Xiaogan's words are pretty cool. Don't tell me, I have actually met Tang San, more than once. Huo Feng pursed his lips, and after thinking about it, he chose to tell the truth. He didn't need to hide anything about Tang San, after all, he had only seen it before. Is Tang San dead or alive now? No one knows where he is. Oh, Yu Xiaogang, who was just pretending, heard Huo Feng's answer, his eyes flashed, and he couldn't pretend anymore. He looked at Huo Feng with excitement, took a deep breath, and said calmly. Can you be a little more detailed? Certainly. That the corners of Huo Feng's mouth raised slightly, revealing a very kind smile. After all, the 3 times I saw Tang San, they were all the latter's brilliant achievements. Yu Xiaogang probably didn't know that the disciple he regarded as his treasure had long been tortured into a dog by others. After coming to Soto City, I met Tang San 3 times in total, each time in different places. Huo Feng looked at Yu Xiaogang and slowly said. The first time was at the Rose Hotel in Soto City. At that time, Tang San had a conflict with someone else and was seriously injured. I happened to be passing by, so I casually took action to resolve the matter. After all, we are all classmates, I can't just ignore him. What, there is such a thing? Yu Xiaogan's expression suddenly changed, got into a conflict with someone and got seriously injured. With Tang San's temperament, he shouldn't conflict with a strong person whose strength is far different from his own. Also, how could Huo Feng casually deal with someone who could seriously injure Tang San? For a time, a lot of questions appeared in Yu Xiaogan's mind. I know you are in a hurry, but don't be anxious yet, listen to me slowly. Huo Feng smiled. Yu Xiaogang was obviously in a hurry. The latter quickly managed his expression, he was so panicked in front of Huo Feng. He had been pretending for a long time and it was almost in vain. At this moment, Huo Feng turned his gaze from Yu Xiaogang to Flanders, and then said. You know the person who has conflict with Tang San, and you are very familiar with it. Flanders' face was full of questions. Why does this have anything to do with him? Who is that person? It's none other than Dai Mubai. Before Flanders could react, Huo Feng started to talk about the second part. The second time I met Tang San was during Shrek Academy's freshman exam. Because Tang San was ranked in front of me, I happened to witness the whole process of his rejection. Huo Feng's words did not save any face for Yu Xiaogang. Tang San, whom the latter had just deliberately concealed, was rejected, but he directly revealed it without mercy. The disciples carefully trained by the dignified master failed to pass the entrance examination. Do you still have the nerve to come to the academy and ask? If Flanders hadn't had an old relationship with you, a 29-level Great Soul Master would have been kicked out long ago. Oh. Is there such a thing? Yu Xiaogang asked, pretending to be surprised, trying his best to make his expression look normal. Each college has different orientations and standards for recruiting new students. Maybe Tang San's advantages were not brought into play during the freshman entrance exam, so it is normal for him to be rejected. No one asked. Yu Xiaogang directly began to explain to Tang San in a long way. The general meaning is that with Tang San's talent and strength, it is more than enough to enter Shrek Academy. Yes, master, you are well informed. Everything you said is right. Huo Feng said a few words to Yu Xiaogang with a smile on his face and a very normal tone. He has seen shameless people, but he has never seen Yu Xiaogang so shameless, not only stupid, but stupid without knowing it. It's really sad. Yu Xiaojiang's expression changed slightly. Although he was stupid, he was not too stupid. Although there was nothing wrong with Huo Feng's tone, he always felt that what the former said was a bit sinister. Even Flanders on the side turned his head. He hadn't seen him for many years, but he really didn't expect that after so many years, Yu Xiaojiang's soul power had not changed much, but his face had become much thicker through practice. After Tang San was rejected, he forced teacher Li Yusong to refund his registration fee, but when he saw Dai Mubai, he was scared away. He didn't even say hello after seeing me. Oh, luckily I saved him before for the sake of my classmates, but it's a pity that Tang San doesn't seem to appreciate it very much. These words directly left Yu Xiaogang speechless, because what Huo Feng said makes so much sense. On the one hand, Tang San's request for a refund of the registration fee was really too shameless to say anything. On the other hand, even he couldn't stand what Tang San was doing. Seeing that the effect was achieved, Huo Feng took advantage of the victory and continued to speak. The third time I met Tang San was also the last time I met him. At that time, under the leadership of Dean Flanders, we went to the Soto Spirit Arena to participate in the spirit fight, and it was in the spirit arena that I met Tang San. What a coincidence, Xiao Wu's opponent in the first spirit battle is Tang San. As he spoke, he cast his gaze on Xiao Wu beside him. The latter nodded slightly, with a smile on his face. Soto Great Spirit Arena. Why did Tang San go there? Yu Xiaogang couldn't help but start muttering in his heart. With Tang San's strength and martial spirit, it was really not suitable for him to participate in a spirit fight. Thinking of this, he quickly asked. Then what's the result? That he didn't know much about Xiao Wu's strength, but in Yu Xiaogang's heart, the gap between the two should not be big. Tang San was defeated by Xiao Wu in less than 3 rounds, and then left in a hurry. I never saw him again. Huo Feng shrugged calmly, already smiling in his heart. Lost in less than 3 rounds. At this moment, Yu Xiaogang could no longer pretend. His face was livid, as if he had eaten shit. Chapter 58. I, Yu Xiaogang, also know a little bit about boxing. You are listening at novelful.audio. Teacher, I'm sorry for your teaching. I am ashamed of your expectations. I failed the Shrek Academy entrance exam. When talking about the latter part, Tang San actually started to choke up. His eyes were red, his expression was excited, and his whole body began to tremble uncontrollably. At this moment, he was kneeling on his knees, with his upper body in a semi-prostrate position, facing the direction where Yu Xiaogang was. There was a kind of kneeling posture between the emperor and his ministers. It can be seen that the former's status in Tang San's mind is still quite high. Mistress, get up quickly. Being treated like this by Tang San, Yu Xiaogang was also extremely moved. He quickly stepped forward, stretched out his only left hand, and helped the former up. Then, the two hugged each other tightly. At this moment, the owner of the blacksmith shop who was inside also heard the noise outside and came out. As soon as I came out, I saw this somewhat explosive scene. He was instantly embarrassed. It was right as he guessed, the movement was indeed caused by Tang San. But someone came to Tang San so early. I really didn't expect it. Seeing someone coming out, Yu Xiaogang and Tang San separated. This is what you are doing? The blacksmith shop owner asked tentatively, but the expression on his face remained calm. Yu Xiaogang asked Tang San to stand aside, then straightened his wrinkled clothes, stepped forward and stretched out his left hand towards the boss. Hello, I am Tang San's teacher. While walking, Yu Xiaojiang's empty sleeves swung back and forth. He immediately caught the attention of the blacksmith shop owner, Tang San's teacher. It seems that the person who is still riding a horse is a disabled person. Hello. The boss reached out and shook it. He is relatively friendly to people with disabilities. Even if the other party is Tang San's teacher, although the owner of the blacksmith shop looks relatively tall and strong, he seems a bit intimidating. In fact, his heart is kind and full of fire, otherwise, he wouldn't have chosen to let Tang San work in his shop or even borrow money, but what the latter did later gradually made him hate him. Yu Xiaogan's stiff face showed a trace of his trademark ugly smile, which really made the blacksmith shop owner feel uncomfortable. The former looked back at Tang San, and then said, "Tang San is my disciple. I want to take him away. I hope the boss won't make things difficult." Yu Xiaogang immediately proposed that he would take Tang San away. In any case, this blacksmith shop is not a place to stay for a long time. Tang San was still young, and in his opinion, the former still had powerful talents that had not yet been developed. We must not neglect our studies and cultivation. He. Hearing Yu Xiaogan's words, the blacksmith shop owner laughed, and then nodded. "Since you are Tang San's teacher, even if you are his elder, you can definitely make decisions for him. I'm not an unreasonable person. Tang San and I borrowed some money before, but we haven't paid it back yet. As long as you pay off the money for him, you can leave at any time." During the conversation, the blacksmith shop owner's face was always full of smiles, and he looked exceptionally kind. Yu Xiaogang frowned slightly. Tang San works in the blacksmith shop, shouldn't he be able to earn some money? Why do you still owe your boss money? Could it be that this shady boss had some shady terms that Tang San didn't understand because he was young, so he fell into the trap? Thinking of this, Yu Xiaogang had already made a decision in his heart. He had to ask clearly, if Tang San really owed money normally, he would naturally pay it back. Although Yu Xiaogan's reputation in the Soul Master world is not very good, he is not to the point of not paying back the money he owes. But if Tang San was bullied and framed by a black-hearted boss, well, although I, Yu Xiaogang, don't have high soul power, I do know a little bit about boxing and kicking. The reason why he thinks this way is completely due to Yu Xiaogan's nature of bullying the weak and fearing the strong. He felt the weak soul power fluctuations around the blacksmith shop owner. Judging from experience, its soul power is only about 10 levels, and no more than 15 levels at most. Otherwise, how could Yu Xiaogang dare to have such a bold idea? Not to mention a level 60 or 70 soul emperor, a soul saint. Even if he is a soul master in his 30s, 99% of the time he would not dare to fart when he, Yu Xiaogang, is alone. "May I ask how my disciple Tang San explains the money he owes?" Yu Xiaogang put one hand behind his back, raised his head and raised his chest. Even his tone was a bit tougher. "What do you mean?" The blacksmith shop owner's expression immediately became a little ugly. He spoke to Yu Xiaogang with good intentions and a calm tone, considering that the other party was Tang San's teacher. Who would have thought that this guy not only showed no respect at all, but also spoke to him in a questioning tone. "Tang San lent me 10 gold soul coins before, and he hasn't paid them back until now. It's that simple." Then, the blacksmith shop owner added. "If you don't believe it, you can ask Tang San yourself." At this moment, Tang San shrank back with a guilty look on his face. In this situation, he didn't even have a chance to refute. But it wasn't because of Tang San's conscience that he felt he owed something to the blacksmith shop owner after borrowing the money. It's because Tama's boss has an IOU for borrowing money from him. It was written in his own hand, so he couldn't deny it even if he wanted to. When he borrowed the money, the owner of the blacksmith shop didn't even think about the IOU. Tang San himself specifically asked to write one to show that he would pay it back soon. Who would have thought that he would be tortured by Xiao Wu in the Soto Soul fighting arena that night, and then lose all the gold soul coins? At this moment, Yu Xiaogang turned around and looked at Tang San. The latter didn't say a word and just lowered his head. Yu Xiaogang's face darkened, and he immediately understood what was going on. At this time, there is no need to argue anymore. Now quickly pay back the money and take Tang San away. The latter's current condition is quite bad and he urgently needs to take a good rest. How much money Tang San owes you, I will pay it back for him. Yu Xiaogang waved the empty sleeve of his right arm violently, thinking that he looked very grand. The owner of the blacksmith shop stretched out his hand and made a 10 sign, and then said, "Ignore the messy extra stuff. Just give me 10 gold soul coins." 10 gold soul coins were just money borrowed by Tang San and him. "Forget it," Yu Xiaogang frowned. "Are you looking down on labor? You think I have no money, right?" Thinking of this, He took out a money bag directly from his arms, and then counted 20 gold soul coins in the strange eyes of the blacksmith shop owner. These are 20 gold soul coins. From now on, my disciples will no longer have anything to do with you. The blacksmith shop owner was confused. Is this guy mentally ill?